What's up? How y'all doing out there? Y'all know what time it is. Your boy Easy Work Box. I'm about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is. I give you my opinion on the sport that we love. We keeps it real over here, fair and square. We got to talk about something. I made a video earlier today about, Keyshawn Davis. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis, hell of a fighter. And I said that, Keyshawn Davis shouldn't be calling out the big names up there, like Teofimo Lopez, Frank Martin. He got a big name now after the Tank Davis fight. Keyshawn Davis is on like 17-0 somewhere in that area. He shouldn't be calling out, guys that have titles and have done a lot in the sport of boxing when he's a prospect, because there's a lot of prospects out there that he can go and fight. Now, I respect Keyshawn Davis, former Olympian, black man getting his money. I salute you, my brother. But me personally, all I hear is a lot of this. Now, like I said in my video, from what I've heard through the grapevine, I ain't saying it's true, that you already used to beat on Teofimo Lopez in sparring, so you calling him out. You seen Frank Martin get knocked out, showed his amateur style fighting against Tank Davis, and after a knockout loss, so now you're calling him out. But I named some couple of fighters that you should go and face. I named Floyd Schofileds, Dula Mason, Andy Cruz. The list goes on and on with fighters at 135. 135 is a stacked division that these fighters should be really out there trying to fight each other. Like I said, if you from my era and you remember the movie Highlander, there can be only one, and that's what should be going on at 135. Really, they should need to throw some type of Super 6, Super 8, Super 10 series at 135 to see who's really the man. Now, we got Tank there, we got Andy Cruz there. It's a bunch of names at 135 for these guys to go and fight. Calling out Teofimo Lopez, Keyshawn at another weight class. Y'all have to handle business at 135 first. Stop trying to jump. Stop trying to rush to the throne. And that's something I've been seeing a lot in boxing. Don't nobody want to fight each other in their divisions. Everybody want to rush for the throne. No, all y'all prospects, y'all need to get in there, knock each other off, and then we're going to see what's going on. What's up with your Mark Nash TV? Y'all shout out to Mark Nash for tuning in. Yeah, all y'all got to fight each other. All this talking about y'all want to go up and fight guys. Even Floyd Schofileds' father, he out here saying that his son could basically knock out everybody at 135. His son can defeat everybody at 135. That may be true. It may not be true. But at the end of the day, I see he's out there pursuing fights, and he wants his son, to come out on top. But at the end of the day, Floyd Schofield's father is coming off very Bill Hanish to me. Very Bill Hanish to me, and a little sassy. Forgive me for saying it. I'm sorry. Hey, Kid Austin, I seen you get on my channel before. I'm just being real. I'm just going by the comments that's left under your father doing all his talking and promoting you. Your father coming across real sweet. I'm just saying it from the way he, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Me personally, I think you need to handle your business, bro. I think you need to do all your talking. We run across another Bill Haney right here. You're going to get a lot of people not liking you because of what your father is out here saying. And your father, he has every right to push you up on the pedestal to say that his son is great and will be the next Sugar Ray Robinson, all this and that. But the way he's going about it will cause dislike for you. It'll be the same effect of Devin Haney. When you lose, we won't be happy that you lost. We'll be happy that your father will now shut up. Because the way he comes across, he won't let people talk. Keyshawn Davis tried to get on Mill City Boxing, talk to him. He wouldn't even let the man talk. He overspeaking him like a woman. That's what women do. Every time, I think what it was, he really didn't want Keyshawn Davis to come out and spill the facts of the situation. Because whenever that happens and someone is speaking logically and finna tell the truth, all of a sudden you hear over talking. That's what women do. And I'm just keeping it real, bro. No disrespect to your father, but he came across real sassy in his interview. Now, I think that you're a good fighter. Me personally, with Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, to me, I see another Sean Porter. I say this all the time. Sometimes fighters need to step aside and let their sons, be trained by, fighters that have actually been in the ring. I'm not saying I don't know if Floyd Schofield's father has actually ever been in the ring or not, a boxer. But I see a lot of mistakes. I see throwing combinations with no guard up, never really used the jab. And from what I understand from his last fight that he had difficulties in that last fight. And you seen the lunging in. He does a lot of lunging. He uses his jab from time to time. I'm watching his highlights now. Fast, powerful. But to say your son could go and knock out Tank, that Tank is on a decline. We'll have to see that. But he is 17-0 though, 12 knockouts. Floyd Schofileds is a hell of a fighter, strong looking fighter. I wouldn't say that he wouldn't give Tank problems. We have seen, fighters like Frank Martin give him problems. But Frank Martin, I think a lot of people look at it when Tank get hit, or they say Tank get hit too much. I think Tank really be playing with them guys, or he let them, come across and get their little licks off. Because if a fighter could sit up there and take and lose rounds and at the blink of an eye, basically like Terrence Crawford, if Tank could sit up there and lose rounds and then he can just come in there and knock you out just like it's nothing, I don't think that's coming from a decline. I think that's him just being a fighter with a high IQ who knows what he's doing, and he tires his opponents out or let them think they're getting over, and then he watches them and studies them, and then Tank go knock them out. I don't think that means that Tank is on decline. But like Floyd Schofield's father said, he watched them since he was a kid, since they was in the amateurs. He feels that Tank is on decline. But that don't mean your son can beat him. Your son has not fought no one even on a level close to a Tank. No one. Matter of fact, let's go to the box rec. Let's go to the box rec, because we don't just talk over here. We take it to the rec. To the rec. Now, your son has fought fighters 13-1. Ricardo Lopez 17-7. Haskell Hot Rhodes 28-4. Jesus Leon, or Jesus Leon, however you may say it, this guy is 23-1. You fought Alberto Mercado 17-4. Daniel Rosas 22-5. The rest of these guys on down 26-14. 26-14, Mr. Floyd Schofield Sr. 17-9, 5-5, 7-3, 10-14, and by that I'm saying the wins first, y'all. 10-14, 7-15, 15-22, 7-35, 2-5, and these are the caliber opponents that you're saying is on a level of a Tank, Shakur Stevenson, Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, that your son would just go in there and knock them out? Now I understand it's your job to promote, but then everybody just don't listen. Some people actually go and look for things. And I just went and looked at your son's resume on BoxRec, and with that resume, you're saying he's going to be able to knock out all these guys that's up there at 135. I don't think so. But at the end of the day, all these dudes got to fight. I heard a guy get on my channel today. He said something about Abdullah Mason, because I said I feel Abdullah Mason will beat Floyd Schofield, Keyshawn Davis, and probably many more at 135. I think the only person who will probably really give him problems is Shakur Stevenson, Tank, and Andy Cruz. But as prospects, Andy Cruz. Abdullah Mason got skills like a young Floyd Mayweather. He looks better than most guys that's been professional for a long time in today's time. He has the skills. I'm talking about the timing, the counter punching. Abdullah Mason has everything. And I'm not saying all these other guys don't. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, he looks more elite than the prospects that's around him right now. So, like I said, they need to do a Super 6 series or Super 8 series, whatever it may be at 135, because all y'all are rushing for the throne. Everybody rushing for the belts, but y'all don't want to fight each other. No. We going through that right now. We already got Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia. We already going through that. Yeah, we done made some fights happen. Yeah, they had Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia is the only one who pursuing all these matches. He like the Roberto Duran of the Fantastic Four of their era. But y'all prospects is reaching for the throne now. There can be only one. which means you guys have to fight each other. And then the winner of all you prospects that's out there at 135, then y'all call out the head honchos with the titles. See, people need to be eliminated before calling out all these names, and that's what need to go on. That's what need to go on. Andy Cruz is there. Keyshawn Davis, you say you want this and that fight. No, we want to see you fight Andy Cruz. This, like I say in my video, this man is walking around saying that you is his son, man. He's saying that he birthed you. He said he been with your mama and had you. So he done beat you 4 times like he your stepdad. But yet you worry about Teofimo. Yet you worry about Frank Marr, who just got knocked out. No, handle your business with the guy that beat you 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Now, even though Floyd Schofileds' father was acting real sassy on that Mill City video, you know, he signed the contract. I think, well, if I ain't mistaken, Floyd got more fights than Keyshawn. If I ain't mistaken, Floyd got more fights than Keyshawn. Why not go and make that fight? Both of y'all young prospects, both of y'all got a name coming up. Y'all building y'all names up. His daddy talking trash to you. Make the fight happen. Make the fight happen. There shouldn't be no reason that we got to keep on sitting up here waiting for you to decide. And that's what I'm saying with Keyshawn. You hear a lot of capping. A lot of capping. Like right now, he calling out Frank Martin and Teofimo Lopez. If that fight don't happen, then who's next? We're going to get another no-name somebody who Keyshawn Davis going to fight. He do this all the time. He was just calling out Tank too. Y'all have to, like they say, it's a business, right? Even though I want to see all these fights, I love to see Keyshawn versus Tank or Schofield versus Tank and this and that. You have to earn your way to the top. Everybody want to drive in the fast lane and get to the top. Don't nothing in life work like that. No, nothing in life work like that. Even if you was working at McDonald's, you gotta fix some fries and make some sandwiches before you become a manager. What make y'all think majority of these dudes besides Andy Cruz is the only person who should be coming out really screaming for a title shot. This dude, what, a 3-time Olympian, gold medalist, 2-time gold medalist or something? He the only person at 135 who can do that, like Lomachenko, Madrimov, Andy Cruz. He the only person who go out there and really call out for a title shot right now. What y'all doing? Keyshawn, you a silver medalist. Salute to you on that. Hey, I ain't never had a silver medal from the Olympics. But you calling out all these big names that it don't make sense for them to fight you. The prospects need to fight the prospects. All these names. Let me go look, because I told you I'll go look it up. All these names. We got Williams Zepeda. Williams Zepeda is #1 at everybody belt. I'm looking at boxing scene right now. He #1 for Shakur. He #1 for Gervonta Davis. He #1 for Vasil Lomachenko. He #1 for Benis Barichek. However you say it, Barichek. Why don't you fight him? Then also, I heard that Keyshawn Davis is supposed to be fighting Raymond Mortala. Raymond Mortala is second in line for Dennis Barichek's belt. Why don't you go and knock off Raymond Mortala? And he also #2 for Shakur Stevenson's title. You right behind you. Why don't you ever call out Shakur Stevenson? You just said on Mill City Boxing that you ain't friends with nobody when it comes to boxing. Why you ain't calling out Shakur? I mean, if you want to be champion that bad and ain't no friends in boxing, why you ain't calling out Shakur? One thing I will give Floyd Schofield and his father credit for, they are calling out everybody and it look like they want the fights. But it seems like Keyshawn just talking. Now, Abdullah Mason, I ain't heard too much from him on his count. You know, I really just started paying attention to him, watching his highlights. That boy got great timing, great countering, and that boy something special. He's something serious. He gonna be something to deal with. He stay focused. But I don't hear too much from his camp calling people out. I think that they doing it the right way. Let this boy keep going and build fights and move up. I think he like what, probably 10, 11, 12, and 0. That's the right way to move a fighter. Right now, he don't need to be jumping in there calling out no Tanks or no Devin Haney. You know, as time go on, you know, he'll be better and he'll become a greater fighter than he is right now. But if so, it shall be. If all y'all out here saying that y'all the best as prospects, y'all have to fight each other. Y'all have to fight each other. All this talking and calling out other people's names, and then when you fight, we seeing you fight somebody we don't even know, Keyshawn. Come on, you gotta stop that. But like I said, who we got at 135? We got William Zepeda. We got Edwin De Los Santos. If y'all really want to prove something, Keyshawn Davis, Kid Austin, Abdullah Mason, Andy Cruz's, go and knock off some of these big names in y'all divisions. Because that's a big name right there. Edwin De Los Santos, Raymond Mortella. Go fight them. George Kambosos. Somebody fight Kambosos. Former unified champion of the world. It's a lot of people to go out here and fight. It's a lot of people to go out here and fight instead of trying to go for the throne, calling out Tanks and Shakur's, and which Keyshawn ain't calling out Shakur. It's a lot of fighters to go out there and name. But y'all got to fight each other. It could be only one. I don't know. I ain't never seen in boxing where prospects don't fight prospects. Now, I know it's a difference when you are a so-called elite or big name or boxing superstar. Yeah, because those are money fights. But y'all trying to get to the money fights, which means y'all should be knocking each other out of the way. Y'all are supposed to be fighting right now, eliminating each other, and then there can only be one man standing as the best prospect who becomes a contender, and then he calls out everybody. All this 7 prospects out here saying that they want this fighter and that fighter. Y'all ain't did enough to do that. Y'all ain't did enough to do that yet. I don't understand. This is how boxing has changed. This is how boxing has changed. When you was coming up in boxing, I didn't see a guy who was 10-0 calling out Mike Tyson. A guy who was 12-0 calling out Evander Holyfield. What the hell? When they started this? You have to earn your way up and then call out the man. Y'all just want to call somebody out and you ain't made it nowhere yet. Believe it or not, Frank Martin ain't on y'all level right now, even coming off a knockout. You want to know why? Because Frank Martin got a name. And like I said, it would be stupid as hell for Frank Martin and his team to fight Keyshawn Davis right now. That would be retarded. But then again, we do got Derrick James and them over there. So we might be seeing Keyshawn Davis versus Frank Martin. Because they don't want them but they 10%. And that's why I tell y'all, in a sport as dangerous boxing where you could get killed in the ring, you have to have people behind you that love you, man. People who don't want to see you lose. People who don't want to see you hurt. Now, them coming off a knockout loss to Tank, right now, Keyshawn Davis ain't the right fight for Frank Martin. If he was my fighter, no, we're not fighting Keyshawn Davis. Not that he's a threat, not that he's a tank, or that he'll just knock you out like that, which I'm not saying that Keyshawn Davis is not really a threat or doesn't have power like that. But no, he wants to build up off your name. And right now, you're probably not the same fighter you were before you fought Tank. So we're not going to do that fight. Go and fight the fighters who have a zero behind them, Keyshawn Davis. Stop calling out Teofimo because you know you used to beat him up or you knocked his dad out before. Stop calling them out. Fight Andy Cruz. Fight Andy Cruz. Like I said, we got Edwin De Los Santos. Well, don't nobody go fight him. Don't nobody go get him a shot. If y'all really want to come up, go beat a name like that. Beat Ray Mortella. Beat them type of fighters. Nicholas Waters, the Axeman. He back. I'm so happy to see him back ever since he lost to Lomachenko years ago. Nicholas Axewater, left. I'm happy that Nicholas Axewater back, even though he may be a little older now. Tevin Farmer is at 135. He just lost to Ray. It's a lot of names out there that y'all could be going out there fighting to move on up. Floyd Schofileds. We got and I'm going by only fighters whose names I really know like that. Tevin Farmer. We got who I just said, Ray Mortella. We got George Kambosos. Come on now. It's a lot of names. Y'all got to go out here and fight somebody instead of just talking about, oh, I could knock out Floyd Schofield and his dad. I could knock out everybody. He could knock out Tank. He could knock out this person, that. But y'all, no, you got to go fight the low level, the prospect guys that's in y'all range. Once all y'all eliminate each other in this one man standing, that one man calls out the head honchos. Y'all doing too much. CJ Rich, what's up with you, my brother? How you doing? Oh, I guess he just got off. I don't know where he was. It was daytime. He must been he must live overseas or something. What's up with your boxing magic? We up here talking about the 135 division and what I feel about, the guys that's in that division. They, the prospects, they got to fight each other at the end of the day. We hearing a lot of talking. Ain't nobody doing no walking. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis, a highlighted fighter. He's earning his way, doing a good job at what he's doing. But at the same time, you're reaching for the throne too fast, bro. You're reaching for the throne too fast. CJ Rich.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, man. I thought you blocked me, man. You see
No.
outside, but
No, you must stay overseas or something.
all right, man. Whatever happened, it's all good, man. So
you're
saying that Floyd Schofield and his father need to be fighting the contenders at 135 instead of calling out the top dogs because they're still on their way up. Is that right? I just tapped in like maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I feel they need to fight the other contenders at 135 before heading at the top dogs. It's too many of them. It's too many of them right now.
Shit, it's getting more noisy as I get back to the street. But while I can hear you, you can hear me. Let me ask you this: what's 1 or 2 names you would suggest?
For him to fight right now? Andy Cruz. Okay. Andy Cruz and who else? Well, I really want to see him and Floyd Schofield go at it. Those are 2 names I would like to see Keyshawn fight.
Okay. I feel you. But I definitely feel you. They do need to be scrapping it out. But let me pose this: the top level of the champions, yada dig, or the top level contenders, and they ain't looking to take on all the best challengers. So you gotta, once you find yourself at 6 or 7, you gotta try to put yourself up there for a title fight if you want to cash out. I know it's noisy. I'm gonna probably tap out in a minute, but yeah. If you want a title fight, you can't afford to go through all that gauntlet because even the champions ain't going through the best contenders. How you feel about that?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. We as fans don't want to go through that right now. We already going through the fact that all the champions and all the big name fighters ain't going against each other like that. And now we're going to have to sit up and watch the prospects of that division duck each other too and run from each other too. No. Before y'all go and call out the kings, y'all need to knock each other off. Oh, Jermaine Ortiz. I forgot about Jermaine Ortiz. Thank you, Jamal. Jermaine Ortiz is also there. It's a lot of fighters for y'all to go and prove y'all to go take shots at the kings in the division. But they're not doing it. Instead, all we hearing is, oh, I'm going to fight this fighter and I would fight that fighter, and then they go fight somebody else. No, we already going through enough with the Tanks, the Shakurs, the Devins. We don't. Then what? We're going to have to wait when y'all move up and get 22-0 and 24-0 and hear y'all doing the same thing that they doing? No. Y'all need to knock each other off now.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. So what would you think about, and I highly doubt it's going to happen, but how would you feel about a potential Abdullah Mason and motherfucking, what's up boy's name, Keyshawn Davis fight?
Oh.
You think that need to happen?
At this point, But if I was Abdullah's folks, no, not right now. I think he'll beat Keyshawn though, even now. But I give him three more fights. 3 more fights, and they have to be somebody who's deadly or somebody. I'd like to see Abdullah Mason fight Edwin De Los Santos.
I'm sorry, you I couldn't hear you with the traffic passing by. You would like to see Abdullah fight who?
Edwin De Los Santos.
Okay. He'll mop him. My opinion, he'll mop him up. He'll stop him.
Who you think will get mopped up?
I think Abdullah would stop De Los Santos.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people see how good Abdullah is. So I think that I would love to see him fight these guys. That's prospects. Like I said, have you ever seen the movie Highlander? You remember how they used to have to fight and it could only be one last guy standing?
Of course, but I mean, see that's where we got the difference, man. Because you wanted to be one last contender standing, but even if it was one, he'd do like Canelo. He would duck. It would be duck, goose.
But what? So you think if it was one guy, if all these guys fought each other, you would think that the guy that's standing on top, that come out at the end of the tunnel, you think he'll start ducking?
Who Canelo? I mean, excuse me. Let me gather my thoughts. Who Benavidez ain't fought at 168?
David Morrell.
So yes, under that, you could say Morrell. Okay, I respect that. There's no bag in that, but I respect it, at least as a contender. But it would still be duck time. Even if Benavidez beat Morrell, Canelo ain't gonna fight him. So yes, I do think that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about 135. If you think, let's just say Andy Cruz will come out on top and beat all the prospects at 135. You think Andy Cruz will start ducking the belt holder?
Hey, I'm gonna lift and tap back in, man. It's too noisy. I appreciate you letting me up on the platform, but I just can't hear you, and you probably can't hear me right now. But I'm gonna stay tapped in. Stay on for a while, homie. I'll be back.
All right. I don't think they'll get up there and duck. Because the whole purpose is for these guys to chase a belt. So whoever the prospect who come out on top, I don't think that he will get up there and once he beat everybody or everybody fight each other. And he'll get up there and if Tank call him out or Tank say, I'll give you a title shot, he'll be like, no, I don't want the title shot. Or Shakur say, I'll give you a title shot. I don't want the title shot. Or Vasil Lomachenko say, I'll give you a title. I don't think they'll do that. Because they done went through the storm of fighting these good prospects. You see what I'm saying? These prospects at 135 are good. You know, these ain't no journeymen that I'm talking about. Keyshawn Davis and Abdullah Mason and Kid Austin. These ain't no journeymen. So I think the one that come out on top with these guys, of course, I don't think they're gonna duck no time. And especially Floyd Schofileds now can't duck nobody with what his father been up here talking. Floyd Schofileds can't duck nobody with the trash his father out here saying. He come across very Bill Haynish. He coming off very Bill Haynish. And Floyd Schofileds, I feel this. I've never boxed a day in my life. I just been watching it since I was 8 years old. My brother, get you a trainer who has actually been in the ring and keep your father too. You ain't got to push your father to the side, but get you somebody in there to work with who's actually been in the ring. Because there's certain things that trainers who ain't never boxed don't know about, like Zab Judah, for instance. Zab Judah said this in one of his interviews. When I first got knocked down, I didn't know what to do because we don't train on getting knocked down. I think that's one of the first things that you should be, not the first thing, but it should be in a part of training. What should you do if you get knocked down? Don't rush and jump and get up. Take your time getting up. Don't rush and go. Just try to prove to the crowd you okay. It's certain stuff that someone who has never fought cannot teach you. So when I say that I want fighters to push their fathers aside and get a real deal trainer, I'm not saying push their father out in the cold or just cut ties with their father. No, get somebody in there that's gonna help you to make sure you done went through all areas of boxing. There may be a time you may get hurt and get knocked down. If you ain't never trained for it, how you gonna know what to do? We seen what happened to Zab Judah when he got hurt by Zoo. He jumped up off his feet fast as hell when he could have sat down for a minute, waited till the 8 count, stood up, and the fight would have probably went totally different. But because they don't show that, or trainers don't talk to their fighters about, hey, what happens is if you get hurt, or you should hug and you should grab, you should clinch, you shouldn't stand up automatically. It's stuff like that that a father can't teach. And that's why you see gaps in a lot of fighters. The only fighter I ever seen for real that didn't have no gaps and was trained by their father was Floyd Mayweather. It was Floyd Mayweather. That's the only fighter I seen that was really trained by their dad and they had no flaws. But then it was a difference because Floyd Mayweather dad used to put hands on him to make him perfect. To make him perfect, to make him an elite fighter that he was. These dudes, I'm going to give you a prime example. Kenny Porter. Sean Porter had one of the best jabs at 147. But he didn't have no elite skills because his dad was training him how to fight like a wrestler. How to brawl. Imagine Sean Porter with that good jab with technique. And I take nothing away from Sean Porter. His father helped him become a champion. I'm not knocking these fathers down. And for those that going to get on the channel, I grew up with my father my whole life. Before you get on here and make that comment when you watch the video, I'm so tired of you dudes talking about the fathers. I grew up with my father. He lived in my house him and my mother are still together. Been together over probably about, I'm 40. So they've been together over 40 years. So I grew up with a father. I'm not saying no, I'm not knocking these men down. They made their sons millionaires. I can never knock a man down who made their son a millionaire. But when it comes to a sport that's deadly as boxing, step aside so they can move on and be greater, even with your help and another person's help who actually has been in the sport. That's all I be saying. It is nothing to disrespect these fathers. They made their sons millionaires. How can you disrespect that? How can you disrespect that? That's just like you could teach your son how to play football and he make it to college or NFL. That don't mean you can't have somebody who actually played football in the NFL, or uncle, cousin, friend, whoever, show him the ropes while y'all training them together. That's all I'm saying. It ain't personal. It's not poisoning. But these dudes need to fight each other. Mayweather father was also, and that's what I'm saying. Mayweather father was a fighter. That's why Floyd was so good. Floyd Schofield, you see the defense. I ain't even got to see it. You understand me? I ain't got to see it. Hands down when he throwing combination. He rarely comes behind a jab. Special fighter. Take nothing away from him. But go look at his resume. He's supposed to look good against the fighters he's been fighting. I can even say that for Tank. Tank's supposed to look good against the fighters that Tank has fought. Tank ain't got no good resume either. A lot of y'all sit there and try to give Tank all the... Tank ain't really got no fight resume. Tank need to fight the De Los Santoses. I do give Floyd Schofield father credit for one thing, for telling the truth. Did nobody know who Isaac Cruz was? We didn't know who Isaac Cruz was when Tank fought him. I thank him for telling the truth on that. Because for some reason, some of y'all act like Isaac Cruz was a top prospect when Tank fought him. We didn't know who no damn Isaac Cruz was. Y'all lying if y'all say that. And like he said, Isaac Cruz got fame off going 12 rounds with Tank and put on a good show with Tank. That's why Isaac Cruz got famous. And Tank hand was hurt in that fight. Now, Floyd Schofileds Sr. also said this, that Tank weakness is them body shots. He said Tank walk around at close to 180. Tank walk around at close to 180. And like he said, we've never really seen a fighter go to Tank's body like that. We've never seen an elite level fighter fight Tank. Yeah, he gave us Frank Martin. He finally gave us the black fighter we've been screaming for, but an amateur style fighting black fighter. And y'all saw that in the fight yourself. Don't be mad at me for telling the truth. You saw that in the fight yourself. I like Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin a decent fighter. But is Frank Martin on the level of a Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Vasil Lomachenko? No. Devin Haney? No. He probably could beat Devin Haney. I ain't gonna say that about Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney said he was an elite fighter but got beat by a guy he said was a C- fighter. So what that make you? If you get beat by a guy you say is a C- fighter and you say you was elite, what does that make you, Devin Haney? And of course, y'all gonna say steroids. That left hook went on. That left hook ain't had nothing to do with no steroids. Frank Martin beat Michelle Rivera and he was on PEDs. I'm gonna say that again. Frank Martin beat Michelle Rivera and he was on PEDs. So it wasn't the PEDs that got Devin Haney whooped. All right. It wasn't the PEDs that got Devin Haney whooped. Because be honest with you, if you really watch the fight, Ryan Garcia was tired his damn self. Even when he was pleading for Bill Haney to stop the fight, Ryan Garcia was tired. When he was standing there, come on, Bill, please, come on, stop the fight, Bill. He was tired himself. It wasn't the PEDs that got Devin whooped. All right? Same thing with Teofimo. That's a good point you put up, Shadow Hunter. Frank Martin is not slick. He's just athletic. Teofimo is really just athletic, y'all. He got power. Teofimo is, and this another thing about fathers training their sons. Teofimo Lopez would be a great 10 times better fighter if he had a Floyd Mayweather Sr. training him. A Floyd Mayweather Sr., a Roger Mayweather training him. Somebody who been in the ring before, Casamayor. If he had somebody in the ring training him. Now, don't get me wrong. The takeover going to take over now. I'm a fan of the takeover now. I ain't just talking now. But you can clearly see that Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney got gaps in they technique. And that's from Sean Porter, Ryan Garcia. All of them got gaps in their technique from coming up under their fathers. Not ex-professional boxers. You see what I'm saying? I just give you the truth. Y'all talking about who look Shakur good now, but Abdullah Mason, and I'm looking at his highlights now. That boy, I don't know, somebody in his family had the box before to train him, to give him that IQ like that. He too young to have an IQ like that. To just start out like that. He too smart and intelligent in the ring. Jab, create distance, good defense, counterpuncher, power. Somebody in that boy family had the box, or somebody over there is showing this boy what time it is. And that's all I'm saying. Some say he overrated. I say he ain't. Everybody got a right to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? People act like Tank has Terrence Crawford resume. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. And they didn't trash Terrence Crawford resume without even looking it up or knowing. Half of the fights Terrence Crawford came in was against fighters he was supposed to lose to. And these was good fighters at the time, who guys are beating now. And they older. That boy got skills, man. Abdullah Mason has skills. That's what I'm saying. I want to see all these guys fight each other. And then the last man standing fight Shakur Stevenson. Fight Gervonta Tank Davis, Vasil Lomachenko, or whoever has the titles at that time. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. You know, people have a right to their opinion. That's mine. That's mine, you know. Andy Cruz. Yeah, he got them early 90s skills. You see what I'm saying? He got them 80s fighter skills. You right, Jamar. Abdullah Mason got them early 90s skills, them old school skills that show you the beauty of boxing. Keyshawn a bad boy too. Keyshawn a bad boy too. But I just don't like how Keyshawn just called out all the big names when there's other fighters he could fight. Go fight De Los Santos. That's what you go do. Go fight De Los Santos. Beat him better than Shakur did. Then we can simply say, okay, the businessman is the businessman. Don't be going cherry picking. And see, y'all got to remember something. Black fighters don't like fighting black fighters. Black fighters don't like fighting black fighters. Unless it's a fighter they know they can beat. Not a fighter who has skill set or IQ or who been doing it as long as them. That's why it took us so long to get Floyd Mayweather versus Shane Mosley. That's why Floyd Mayweather versus Zab Judah was one of the best fights you could see and see skills involved in that fight right there. Because black fighters know, especially when it's a fighter that grew up in the sport like they did, they don't want that smoke because there's a possibility that they could lose. And see what Keyshawn Davis is doing is going around picking and choosing who to fight. No. Y'all say y'all want to be great. Y'all want to be the Sugar Ray Robinsons. Y'all want to be the Floyd Mayweathers, the Terrence Crawfords, the Andre Wards, all that. Now y'all got to knock each other off. And true enough, ducking been going on for a long time in boxing. You know, he ain't just started. You know, he ain't starting with these guys. You know, everybody want to use the business model. Just send a contract. Fight each other. And then we're going to see. Well, I think about Cormel Moulton. I ain't really watched too much of him. I can tell he a good fighter. He remind me of Tank. You know, he have his issues too. He throws and he opens up with his hands down. You know, we done seen him get caught before. You know, but I'd like to see he coming up. Is he at 135? Is Cormel at 135? Let me go and see at the rankings. So far from what I see, he ain't really up on the yeah, he ain't really up there. He ain't made it that far yet. But he a special fighter. It's another, you know, it's a lot of fighters out there. He at 130. Fought once at 135. Okay. But he a decent fighter though. He got skill set too. He dangerous too. But these guys got to fight each other. I don't like all these prospects running around talking about what they deserve and calling out the big names. No. Y'all got to knock each other off. Y'all got to eliminate each other, then go at the throne. Only one man can go at the throne. Only one man can go at the throne. And Keyshawn Davis is ranked number 3 for all the belts. Besides Tank's belt. Keyshawn Davis is ranked number 3 for Shakur Stevens, the WBC. I think Vasil Lomachenko got with the IBF or WBO, and Dennis Barachek. Keyshawn Davis right up for a title shot. And I can understand it. He right up there to, do something that he been wanting to accomplish since he was a kid. But they're not going to fight you. Tank ain't finna fight you right now. Shakur probably ain't finna fight you right now. Because they're going to feel you ain't earned it. Of course, what they always scream, oh, this is a business. Now, don't get me wrong. Keyshawn moving up the ladder. He well spoken about. Everybody mentioning his name. But you got to bust some heads, bro. And that's basically all what I'm saying is why I want to see these guys fight. They all have to bust some heads. Bust some names heads. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and make people say, oh, okay, yeah, we want to see this fight. Yeah. Keyshawn Davis going to beat Andy Cruz right now. Oh, okay. He beat De Los Santos right now. Oh, okay. He beat the Cambosa Jr. Oh, okay. See, that'll get him in the talk so people saying, okay, this kid is really the truth. He really coming up and dangerous. I would love to see a Keyshawn versus a Tank. I would love to see Keyshawn versus Shakur. Yeah. But all this calling out people's names and then we see you fight somebody we don't even know. Like, come on, bro. Like, we catching on to it. And if they ain't catching on to it, easy gonna help you catch on to it. You calling out everybody, but then we keep getting this person and that person we don't even know about. Don't nobody want their O to go. Don't nobody want their O to go. The O has to go. That don't mean you ain't good. You can come back. You could go see. This is why you need to have real deal trainers. Not these fathers who are going to send you right back out there, the same fighter. A real trainer is going to help you and see your mistakes of why you lost that fight. That's why when you go back in history or you go back in time with the fighters of the past, you can see a fighter lose one time and then he come back and win the next fight. Because they had real trainers who sit up and watch tape and watch how they fighter lost. And then they capitalize off it in training. You lost the fight because you did this. You lost the fight because you weren't doing that. This is what we're going to work on. But see, when you got a father who more worried about promotion and more worried about your name getting highlighted and deals being made with money, they're going to send you right back out there and get stopped again. They're going to send you right back out there to get you stopped again. Floyd Schofileds' father is delusional. And a boxing dad that's gone ruin his son's career, like most boxing dads. Floyd lunges. Didn't I say that earlier? He like a worse Sean Porter. Didn't I say that earlier? Thank you, Midas Touch. I just said this earlier. No hating. I like to see all these young, hey man, these young men are doing something special with their life. They got a career. They're on their way to becoming millionaires. They can take care of their whole family. They done been places I would never go. things I have never seen. This is no hate. I just give it to you from my opinion. I don't care what color they are, black, purple, green. I don't care if Keyshawn was white, Floyd Schofileds was white, and Abdullah Mason was white. I'll still be saying the same thing. The same thing. Bill Haney 10.0. 10.0. A boxer could have a 27-0, 29-0 record, 30-0 record. That doesn't impress me as much as me pulling up all of the names you beat. Exactly, RC. I'm of the mindset, let's see the strength of your opponent, then your KOs. I salute. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You got to knock out somebody who bad. 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 You got to beat somebody who dangerous. Dangerous. Because you going out there and knocking out journeymen don't mean nothing to me. Boots is a prime example. I don't care. Boots could be 40-0 right now. Who on his resume really is he beating? I don't care that you got 40 fights. Herman Mungal. Herman Mungal. Undefeated till he ran across a fighter like Canelo. You see what I'm saying? So you ran across a fighter like them. That don't mean nothing to me because you got a 0 with 40 fights, 30 fights, 20 fights. That don't mean nothing to me. Who you fought? Who did you really beat? What fight out there was dangerous and it was a 50% chance that he could beat you, you could beat him, and you came out on top? Then you dangerous to me. Then you a bad boy. Then you the businessman. Come on, y'all. We keep it real over here. We ain't these other channels. I don't need interviews. Yeah, they ain't never got to talk to me. You ain't never got to call my channel and say, hey, let me talk to Easy. Yeah, you know, a lot of fighters ain't gonna fight. Ain't gonna like me. Because I'm that dude that I'm a real boxing journalist. I'm gonna ask you the question of the fans. If I'm in your face, hey, why you ain't fought nobody? Why you keep saying that you're gonna fight this person, that person? We keep seeing all this other stuff. See, if I had the money to be behind the scenes, like Fight Hype, Fight Hood, these dudes will stop me from coming in the back. They're like, oh, that's that dude, easy work. Don't let him come back here and ask no question. We don't want him back here asking no question. They'll stop me at the door. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Easy Work Boxing. I'm just coming to do a little press, ask some questions. No, they say they don't want you back here, Easy. You can't come back here. No, they don't. They just said they don't want you. You want to know why? Because I'm asking the questions that y'all, the fans, want to know about. Not me trying to get interviews and free tickets. I don't need your free tickets. I would like some, but it's only due to the fact that you just like how I come. I'm not finna kiss show you know what to get no free tickets or an interview. No, I don't like no man enough like that. Y'all just boxers with money. Y'all just regular men. I ain't finna kiss you, you know what. That ain't finna happen, Calvin. But y'all, we got 7 more minutes on the channel. I just got out of work. I normally get out of work, come do this. You know, it's crazy. I don't do it on my off days. And that's what I got to start doing, is doing it more on my off days. Do you think Crawford ducking Boots? People say that, but I think he just want to move up and add legacy. Boots ain't got nothing to offer. Boots ain't got nothing. See, this is the thing. When that Turkish dude, after this fight with Madrimov, after this Turkish dude offered to put that money up, when Terrence beat Boots, they gonna say, when Terrence beat Boots, they gonna complain and say, oh, Boots was too big for the weight class. Boots was too young. Terrence was supposed to beat him anyway. When Terrence beat him, they're going to say he was too young. He was too green. Terrence was supposed to beat him anyway. That's all going to happen. The only people saying that first of all, they don't know boxing well to think that Boots could beat Terrence. They don't know boxing well enough. They ain't seen enough fights. They ain't been watching it since they were kids. They just going, these are Errol Spence fans who are angry because Errol Spence got devastated and destroyed by Terrence. So they're eager. Right now, they would tell Terrence Crawford to box God. Do you hear what I'm saying? Right now, they would tell Terrence Crawford to box God, to see him lose. Boots fans are former Errol Spence fans. That's all it is. And when he beat him, they're going to become Canelo Alvarez fans. Oh, Bud can't beat Canelo. I guarantee you, I'll put my house on it. I'll put everything on it. Bud ducking Canelo. Bud ducking the Most High. I bet you he can't outbox God. Same thing Floyd Mayweather went through. Floyd Mayweather went and beat this person. Oh, I bet you Floyd can't beat this person. We got this person for Floyd now. Floyd can't beat him. Floyd beat him. Oh, he was supposed to beat him. Floyd was supposed to beat him. All these guys in the same age range as Floyd. All these guys ain't nobody 50 years old and Floyd was fighting them. Floyd beat him. He waited till they got old. Listen to what I just said now. All these dudes are in the same age range as Floyd. But when Floyd fight them, whatever time he fought them at, oh, he just waited till they got old. Floyd old as them. Ooh, Prime Bud versus Prime Mayweather. Damn, that's a good one. I'm gonna go and keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I go with the Prime Floyd Mayweather. I love Bud. Bud a hell of a fighter. But Pretty Boy was something different. Yeah, I got the cut, dog. I got the cut. I go with Floyd. I don't know, because that's really 50-50, because Terrence, that's a good fight. But I lean towards Pretty Boy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, hey, have y'all noticed this? Why all the major fights take 5 years? Why all the major fights that we really want to see as fans take 5 years? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd, 5 years. Crawford versus Spence, 5 years. So will Tank and Shakur be 5 years from now? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's up with the 5 year? 5 year. What's up with that? Five years. 5 years. We gotta wait 5 years. It's just crazy, man. But like I said, I love all these fighters. I thank these fighters for giving us entertainment, for risking their lives, going out there doing what they love, living through their careers, becoming men, becoming established men at that. You know what I'm saying? Men with money, men who could take care of their whole family. I love it. I salute it. I just give my opinion. I'm not here to knock nobody down. I can't drag these dudes through the mud or nothing because they are accomplished men. We just talk about the sport of boxing, y'all. That's all. Compared to the 90s and the early 2000s, if we wanted to see a big fight happen, it only took 1 year, 2 years to get on. That's what I'm saying. When you have to wait 5 years. I think Shakur Stevenson is doing too much at this point. He's causing a lot of hate towards himself from the way he's reacting from what he told people he was going to go out there. He told people he was going to go out there and beat the hell out of Artem and he was going to knock him out. He didn't do it. People consider it boring. Some say it's hate. Some is just opinion. But the way he's going about it, I think is very wrong and immature. The way he's going about it is very wrong and immature. But that comes with the territory. You see what I'm saying? If I told you I was the best brick mason ever lived, or I'm the best future big brick mason ever lived, and you see a brick on my house that's crooked, you're gonna say, "Oh, he ain't the best brick mason." If I say I'm the best engineer on earth, and I go and build a skyscraper, and it's kind of leaning to the side, you're gonna say, "Oh, he ain't the best engineer." But criticism comes when you're out there saying that you're the best. And that's all that people are doing. That's all people are doing. CJ, what's up with you?
What's up, man? As promised, I'm back on.
Yes, sir.
All right. I hear you talking about Shakur now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you know a rapper named Yuckmouth from the West Coast?
Yes, sir.
You know Yuckmouth. Okay. Yeah. I be on this channel shit almost every time he go live, man. And I was expressing, you dig? He got ties to Jay Prince.
So they scream Regime.
Regime Mob. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, dig. Man, I've been fucking with him since '95. Being from Oakland, California. But I say all that to say this: I was on his live just last night to express this about Shakur, that he need to stop being so goddamn sensitive. Everybody ain't gonna fuck with you, man, and that's in any walk of life. Everybody can't be a knockout artist. I know that's the most popular thing to be. And maybe that's why he talked the shit he do. Like, I'm gonna stop him, I'm gonna beat his ass. Just be you, man. If you gonna be Pernell Whitaker, be the best Pernell Whitaker you could be, man, and let the people that appreciate the sweet science do that. You dig? That's what I was saying on Yuckmouth. That's why I asked you. But hey, yeah, the South and the West Coast definitely been connected. You dig? I feel you. What state you from again?
Alabama.
Alabama, man. I'm surprised. I thought maybe you was from Texas. But yeah, shout a lot, Regime Mob. You dig? Rap a lot. And we was also talking about Jay Prince. That's how it jumped off for real, because Cam and Mace was talking down on Jay Prince as an extension of Shakur, and I wasn't feeling that. At the same time, Jay Prince, a boss of all bosses, he shouldn't have jumped himself into the conversation. Don't even put yourself in the mix. So that was my take on it. So how you feel about that overall?
As far as what Jay Prince put himself in that situation with Shakur?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have did it. I mean, you're a boxing manager, and you try and take things to, saying somebody you take all his shots in the streets and all. Come on, bro. Come on, you too old for that, bro. Everybody got a right to their opinion, bro. And them men didn't say nothing beyond their opinion. They didn't say Shakur Stevenson was trash. They didn't talk about his mama. They didn't say they was gonna kick his ass when they saw him. Nothing like that. That was totally unnecessary, bro. That was just unnecessary.
No, I feel that. Did you hear what Whack 100 had to say about it?
No, I did not.
Okay, he was pretty much backing up Cam and Mace, saying, "Yeah, you too old to be out in the streets like that." And man, but what I'm gonna land on this is that Man, even up to 5 years ago, I didn't hear niggas talking down on dudes that's really known to be have ties in the streets, man. That's some new shit. That's some young boy shit, some Twitter shit, man. I never seen that. So I didn't hear nobody in the '90s disrespecting Jay Prince when he was down with when Rap a Lot first jumped off when he was fucking with the Ghetto Boys, or
Yeah.
even Yuck Mouth in the late '90s. So I don't respect that shit, but I do hear what you're saying.
One thing I will say this. I really don't respect it either. Young boys coming at old heads, but what I do respect by these young boys is that you can be touched too, nigga. Who you think you is? Like a bullet can't touch you. Who you think you is? You see what I'm saying? See, back in the day, fear is your protection. A lot of these dudes in the streets don't understand that. Fear is really your protection. People really won't bother you once they know your name got something behind it. But these young dudes today is really showing and saying that we don't care. Just you catch me, I can catch
No, no,
you.
no. On one level, I feel what you're saying, but again, back in the day, that ain't how business was conducted, man. You got to have some respect for somebody. Otherwise, it's just a free for all, and that's what we see nowadays, man. And I ain't digging it. It got to be somebody, some OG in your circle that could tell you, no, that ain't the way to move, man. Otherwise, it's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? I understand that no man is bulletproof. I do dig that, and maybe some niggas need to be checked periodically, but it ain't just a free for all where it shouldn't be where a 16-year-old nigga could come up and just pop you and that's it. The 6-year-old OG is just laid out, and now he got the belt. Now he got the championship belt. I don't dig that. I'm not feeling that. And I think that's kind of gotten away from us, man. We would have a better standing if we had more respect. You didn't see the mob, the Italian mob doing shit like that. Even if a nigga was flabby and sick, the older nigga still commanded that respect, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm at with it.
Mm-hmm. What's up? Oh, I got to welcome Dion on here as well. Shout out to you, Dion. Thank you for
Well,
coming
what's good? What's good? Easy salute to you, brother. Salute to
on.
you.
Nothing much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
can I say this right? See, the difference is the time has changed. Everybody got guns now. And the difference is these little young dudes ain't afraid to die.
Hmm. You saying it's like World War II. It's kamikaze missions.
Yes, sir. Let me ask Dion right quick. Dion, what's your opinion on what we've been talking about, sir?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah. Well, as far as the Jay Prince thing, man, I just think Cam and Mace kind of took that shit out of hand, man. I think what he was saying, he wasn't saying like he taking shots at y'all outside the ring or no shit like that. He was telling them like, look, I'm Shakur manager. We gonna let y'all hate. But at the end of the day, look, if you hate me and you say the nigga born, hey, I'm here to take all bets. Like meaning put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? If you think he born, if you think he ain't got enough offense, well shit, put your favorite fight in the ring with him. And hey, I'm taking all bets. I don't think he meant that shit as in I'm gonna take all bets and shoot y'all. Nah, man. Prince not on that shit, man.
But
You
I
know what
mean,
I mean?
when you say that I got his back as far as professionally and the streets, how am I supposed to take it?
Man, I mean, like, far as like handling business outside of the ring, I ain't saying that. Like, I don't think that nigga meant like fighting them, man. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, I just don't think he meant it in that form. Especially when I read the last part, and I'm taking all bets, meaning, hey, shit. Whenever he fight the so-called fighters of Tank Davis or these best fighters, put your money where your mouth is.
But see, that's on him to make them fights, though. You the manager. Cam and Mace can't make Tank fight Shakur. They can't
Oh
sit
yeah, 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 for
Tank
sure,
to make him
absolutely.
fight him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, I dig that. Yeah, you're 100% right about that. Yeah. If they want that fight, yeah, Jay gotta go talk to, Al and whatnot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's what he meant, you know what I mean? But Did Cam and Mace take it a little far? Yeah, but Shakur just got to stop being so fucking sensitive, man.
Bro,
Like, stop
he's a
talking.
crybaby like hell.
Yeah, man. Like at some point, man, you gotta just ignore that shit. Like, and that's one thing I gave Bud credit a lot for, man, because he went through hell. Y'all
Hell,
remember that? Y'all remember that shit? This man went through
hell.
hell. Ain't bruh, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sure it was some racist shit back in the day, but to have your own people, Floyd didn't go through this, but to have your own people call you top ranked Toby, they mad because you signed with a white Jew. Like, come on, bro. Nah, real shit, and that's real shit, bro. Like
He
that
was
shit.
on.
My brother. I don't know if you was around like shit even 2 years ago. Me and Easy know. Like I've been knowing Easy for a little minute, man. It was nasty work, bro.
They was back, bro. They was
That Spencer Crawford was nasty work, man.
No, I seen that. I recall. Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
just wasn't hopping up on panels, but no, I dig it.
You know,
Nah.
I took disrespect for saying Terrence was gonna win for 5 years. You know how many dudes get on my channel and dog me, and
Bruh.
you this and you broke and you. I was
Hey,
like,
Easy. Hey, Easy. I remember when you used to post on the community channel, not the community a lot, bruh. All them messages about that shit used to be fucking crazy, bro. Man, hey, that's some classic shit, but bro, it was just so nasty back then, man. But now they trying to sway it with the boot shit. But I think like this, man. Honestly, I don't think Terrence gonna get Canelo because at the end of the day, Canelo don't want to fight him, and he don't have to. And let's keep it clear, Canelo don't have to fight this guy. He don't have to fight him. You know what I mean? He can do what he want, but I just think it is gonna line up for Boots and Terrence to fight, man. I think Turkey Al-Sheikh gonna offer him some money that he probably ain't gonna want to refuse. And and if Boots really on it, man, move up to 5-4, man, and let's get it.
yeah. I mean, Boots. If Terrence beat Madrimov, right? If the Turk, if the
Win.
if his excellency call him and say we're gonna make you in a Terrence fight, just move up to 154 and face Crawford for the title.
Yep.
Then you get 2 divisions. Well, you'll be an email champion in one, but
but technically, 2 division champion, man. That would really add to his legacy if he could pull it off. I don't see that happening. I got Bud all the way, but yeah, that's incentive enough. A big ass bag, 2 division championship.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got no excuse. He ain't got no excuse.
Yeah, yes, sir. Nah, for real. If that's what you really want, I mean, you should go for it. But I think the problem is though with that is that, bruh, Eddie just signed you to this company. You got 3.3 million for fighting David Avanesian. I don't know if that's your minimum. You know what I mean? So even if you was to go fight Bud Crawford, that's a real big risk, but it's gonna be a big reward for you, your highest payday. But at the same time, man, do Eddie want to cash his star out like that? And I think that's where a problem comes with. But he ain't trying to fight Terrence, and I don't really like to say this, but he's definitely using his name to keep his name attached to something. But he got to keep his eyes on the prize, man, because like I say, but whoever you fight, it don't matter what you fighting or who you fighting. If these dudes the champs, man, that shit's still hard road, even though it's wide open for them.
And like I say, this people keep forgetting the fact that Boots was in a lineup for the WBO title when Terrence had it and jumped out and went to the IBF.
Yeah,
he was right there in the lineup to fight Terrence for the WBO, and he jumped out of that lineup and went to the IBF.
Yep. Hey, easy. Let's just also let's say this. Out of all the times somebody was supposed to be your man though. Now we all knew Spence and Crawford had a rematch and he had to obey it. That was in the contract. But my thing is this: if Boots was his man though, why not call for a purse bid? You know what I mean? Before stripping him. And that's where the funny part comes in at, because they knew that they was gonna be handed that belt a few days after, a few weeks after Crawford would win it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like they knew that shit, because Bozy even said it. We don't care how we get the belts, as long as we get them. And before the fight happened, it was 120 days Spence had to make a fight. And after that, Boots would have been Spence would have been stripped and Boots would have been elevated because Boots was already the interim. And even before Crawford fought Avanesian, Boots fought Custio Clayton, who was a IBF eliminator. So that just kills all of that. You know what I mean?
Hold up. Then when Jermell Charlo got stripped, didn't they give Tim Tszyu the IBF title? One of the IBF?
No. Okay, look. So so Charlo had the IBF, but I think the IBF was the first one to strip Charlo. I want to say. I could be wrong on this, but but he did have an option to try to make a fight with the current IBF champion right now. His name is Bakarov Mertelevi, something like that. He's Russian. He's the IBF 54-pound champ right now.
Okay, so Tim had the WBO.
Yeah, Tszyu had the WBO, and Fundora got it, but Fundora is gonna be stripped of it, and that's why Bud and Madrimov is fighting for the interim. So, yeah, and then
hold on. Why would Fundora be stripped?
Because because Bud is actually the super WBO champion, and Bud was definitely in line for that belt. And being that Fundora was like, I think on a medical leave to like September, the Paco was gonna strip him because he ended up it's something. I don't know exactly why, but I do know Bud being super champ is one reason why he's being stripped, and I think it's something else as well.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, for sure.
4 minutes left on channel. I gotta go eat.
Oh yeah, nah, man. Salute to you, Easy. I appreciate you letting me on as always, bro.
But it's some good upcoming fights. You know, I can't wait. I want to see, you know, Crawford gonna come out on top against Madrimov, and I want to see if Spence gonna beat Fundora. Then we get to line up hopefully for the rematch.
Right. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be a good one.
Do y'all think Spence gonna fight Bud?
I mean, he wouldn't have a choice.
No. He gonna find a way. He gonna wiggle. He already been wiggling his way out of it with delaying the eye surgery and all the bullshit. Nah, it ain't no chance. Hey, but before I tap out, what's your name? I can't see it. I'm on the StreamYard. I can't see your name. What's your name, homie?
D Young, man.
D Young?
Yes, sir.
All right, where you tapping in from?
Syracuse, man. Syracuse, New York.
New York. Okay.
Yes,
I've been out there. All right. Hey, salute to you.
Salute to you too, brother. Salute to you, Easy. Appreciate it, man. Y'all boys have a good night.
Likewise.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you very much for coming on. Y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button before you go. It helps the channel. If you want to donate, you see it right there at the bottom of the screen. Whatever you send, I would truly appreciate. And also stay tuned, man. We're going to keep it rocking like a cutoff stocking in the penitentiary trying to get waves. Oh, boy. Just rock with your boy Easy, man. Stay tuned. Rebel Life Boxing. I thank you, D-Bell. Thank you, everybody. RC, Jeremiah, Shadow Hunter, everybody that tuned in, man. I thank you very much for watching the channel. Midas Touch, everybody. You know, Jamar, James Daly. Thank y'all very much, man. Mark, Nash TV. I appreciate y'all. This your boy Easy Work, man. I'm signing